talk about cannons. This is the second video because the first one was blocked in a lot of countries, so I decided to redo the whole thing again. So I'm gonna tell you what they said to us, what cannons are used for and how they are used, and I'm gonna look at some videos at the end of people shooting real cannons, and then we're gonna see that again the narrative is not what they are saying. So let's get this on. Get this pictures. The first one, this is only the biggest cannon that they say. It's a Tsar cannon. Look at the size of these cannonballs. Probably weight 500 pounds each, I don't know. But look at these two parts. They don't seem to go together well, you know. And remember, these handles, they have no use right now for this cannon, but I will tell you what I think they were used for later. Again, same picture, same cannon. Gonna go through a couple of pictures first. Look what they are saying they're doing. They're shooting a cannon. He's right behind it when a cannon shoots. There's an opposite force exact going on the other side, and it's on wheels. The cannon should hit him right with the force feedback. Again, they're showing us that they use cannons to shoot at those forts. Look at that. These mortars lobbing, blowing inside those cities, destroying the cities with these cannons. Again, it's just a big row of wheels of cannons. Some cannonballs stacked. No reason, another a small cannon overlooking with big wheels, no locking mechanism. Again, I show you this fort with cannon just laying around, no bases, a mortar on the side here. And this is the damage that cannons can do to buildings. See? All these cannonballs everywhere, rubble, but they're piling. What are they doing? They're just look like they're gathering these balls. They're not stacked. These things have not fired or did not explode like they wanted to something. Again, some kind of damage that these cannons supposedly do. Real cannon on the ship. Big cannon on a ship. This rope. See the size of the rope to retain that big cannon. This is how it's supposed to be. The force that this cannon have should be tied like this. The big base. But what they showed us in all, they're just stacked on blocks. Most of the forts, show you again, shooting cannons at forts, but most of the forts do not have any cannon damage, and those that are damaged, well, you can't tell anymore. Look at this again. I think they just added this base to this cannon. Look, they have these handlebars. Here's the guard of this cannon. Look at the size of these wheels. Just incredible. That doesn't like this goes with this. The cannon's so small compared to the wheel. It's not that small. These are artilleries, not the same thing. I think that these are artillery cannons. They're not black powder cannons. Again, cannon overlooking, shooting at ships, to hit ships, to destroy ships. That's what they told us. The story is, again, and all the ships had these side windows for cannons, shooting at other ships. This probably is artillery. Again, this one. Again, on wheels, look. This is on a fort. This one just on nothing. Just a base of bricks. When you shoot this, probably the cannon just pop off. This type of cannons. This one is not attached to anything. When it will fire, it will backfire the opposite direction. This is the law of dynamics. Every action has an opposite and reaction. Again, they have these handles. Remember, it's not attached to anything, so the cannon just pops. You're gonna reload it. Look, that's the only fort I could find with some supposed cannon damage. Maybe they tried something. They tried to damage this fort. Again, just mortars laying nowhere, just for show, showing you that look, we use these cannons on our forts to defend, because the story of these forts, that they are made to defend against cannon fire and to shoot. This is the story they told us. Like, again, just props. Cannon just laying around, like, yeah, we shoot like this, just laying around. This one has a base on a hill. It shoots and it rolls down the hill. This is just cruel. Look, broken cannons everywhere. You have no tool to lift those cannons and put them on some kind of wheels, and these balls looks like they're shiny, brand new. What are they doing? I'm gonna show you later in the video that it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Again, just posing with cannons, makeshift base, and they shoot those grape shots like some kind of shotgun, but we've seen earlier that they were just laying around. And look, how many powder kegs do you see? I see only one. You need a lot of powder to shoot all these cannonballs. Again, just posing with cannons laying around. You see this chains, loads of cannons. I think they just found them and tried to use them, thinking that they were some kind of weapon. I don't think they are used like what they are saying. Again, look at this mortar. How many powder do you think you need to fire one of these? Again, posing with some kind of cannon directly on the wall, not attached to anything. Remember, here you have this thing to pack the powder in, put the cannonball with the cloth just like a musket, the same process as a musket. So reproduction, new one, and stamp, showing how they attack forts with these cannons. Again, look at this. Looks like the previous picture. Where was it? Here. Some kind of fake fort. Doesn't even look like a real star fort. They're just posing. Again, just a cannon laying on some wooden makeshift thing. Look, the fort is supposed to shoot at ships, and ships shoot at these forts, you know. This is what they are made for. Again, just showing an illustration of them shooting cannons. One powder keg or two cannons. Couple of balls, you don't shoot a lot. Again, showing on a hill, we're gonna shoot some ships and I'm gonna shoot the forts, attacking them. This is only saying what the story is. Look, they put all these cannons everywhere here. I'm gonna show you on the video at the end that these cannons do not shoot that far. And those mortars, they do not shoot that high. Again, inspection taking the city of Washington in America. Look, they're showing you, they're shooting up the cities. That's what they want you to think. Again, look at this wooden makeshift base for this cannon. And it's a cannon platform. Yes. Again, just put a cannon somewhere to tell you that they use cannons to shoot. Then reproduction. This is all smoke show. They never shoot anything out of these. And another Indian cannon. This is the biggest cannon I've ever seen. And look, you have all these handles right there. These things, you know, they must have a use. And it's melted. It's been heat damaged. This thing has a use, and I'm gonna tell you what I think it is later. And look, again, posing. You know why? Because he's just packing a cannon. Yeah, what this cannon's used for is it's not even on a base. It's useless. You shoot this thing, the cannon will probably just pop off of this base. Again, another same picture but colorized, showing you these grape shots to destroy even more, but it's gonna be close range. Another one of these giant mortars, these balls that they're supposed to fill with black powder with a fuse, and when they shoot this, they explode at the right moment. That's what they say. But this is supposed to shoot up there and hit some ships or forts, because that is why they were made, these type of mortars. And this one, I found it interesting. It was laying in a fort. It was a broken cannon, and there were a couple more cannons. I think they were more like artilleries, because look at the shaft. This is how it was cast to make the thing twirl or turn. Because I think maybe these cannons were shooting shock waves, not cannonballs. This is just artillery. These old types, probably hand-handled. And show you that they could be used to shoot. Look, they are shooting at this fort from this distance. The same cannon. I'm showing you. Again, so just some cannons destroyed. You see destruction. Depiction. These are just artillery. We'll skip these. Modern guns. Again, the big cannon comes with 2 parts. That's just a drawing. Some kind of modern mortars. Again, these cannons just laying around just to make you believe that, yeah, these forts were made to shoot cannons, cannonballs at other ships that are shooting back at them with mortars. See again, just I don't know why they put this here with this plank. Yeah, what are you shooting? Yourself? Depiction again. Put cannons to protect against ships. Again on the side. This is what they say that these forts are made for. But they probably just components. Again. Cannon nowhere, just to show off on a base that would probably fell off when it gonna shoot. Again, nice depiction. Nice cast iron. Again, it wasn't just was put there because it's not attached to anything. Again, it's supposed to be attach to something or just shoot back. Again, just cannons, we're gonna shoot through them. What is this? Posing again. Look, I'm lighting the fuse. Shoot there. Just a pose. Again, some mortar, type of mortars, cannons, broken, just stacked. And these looks like some kind of artillery. I don't know. Again, this, do not shoot this. How many powder does it have to put in to shoot this type of cannon ball? No, doesn't make sense to me. Again, they probably tried to shoot this and it just broke off, fell off. They have space, they're just digging up shit. Again, same kind of picture I showed. Supposed to shoot over this wall and hit ships and castles, because these are not made for troops. These type of balls, I don't, never seen that. I don't know what, but they could be more deadly. I don't know. I'm gonna see. And they say they shot this type of balls with this. I think they're just replicas. An amusing piece showing that they use this to shoot at walls. Again, you see these rings. I think that these rings were to hang these cannons on something, and they were not meant to be dropped on the ground. They had to sway. They probably had some kind of big wooden structure and it was hanging from chains. I say this because you see this one's broken, doesn't shoot these type. I'm saying this because of the older ones. All have these decorated backends that has no reason, unless they got it wrong. They probably were staying in here, lighting the fuse with no cannonball, just fire coming out of the other end to push this towards whatever they want to hit, you know, some castle wall or doors, like they showed, like they use like rams for doors. Probably these were powered rams, you know. You hang this on some support, I'm just saying, and because these have no use, you know, and you will see they're all intricate, really pretty. Again, just for show, lining up, all with these brackets to hang them. These are ships. Again, the motor, broken cannon wheel. Probably tried to shoot something, broke off. That's what I'm saying. See what does the use of these? See this one? It's used to punch. No, you make a fist is to punch something, and it's just to mock with your thumb between your finger. They hang this, shoot, light it up, the fire comes out, and then pushes this really fast. I don't know, you know, they put this, I'm gonna show you. The end video is really telling, because they shoot real live fire from cannons, and you see again these things had no reason but to punch. Just a thought. I don't know the real reason they use these cannons, but I can tell you by the video you will see that it's ridiculous and almost impossible to shoot anything with these things. Again, look how ornate they are. Some are facing the side of the fire, and some are facing the side of these. You know? I don't know. I'm just proposing and thinking about things. This is the second time I recorded. It's a little late. Look at this mortar. Where do you put that much powder in there to shoot these big cannonballs? Again, look how ornate. Again, they're facing the big side. There's hornets. A Roman on a cannon. Yes. And look, Medusa. You know, these look like threatening. You know, these faces are threatening. These are doing the damage. And a stack of cannon, and I don't know what these are. So if they had some kind of artillery shells, they didn't say this in history. And look at a ram. It's built like a ram, you know. So it must be used maybe for ramming something. Again, like they're shooting at something with a cannon. As you will see that these cannons are not really accurate, and you can not in one shot shoot something like this. Yeah, and I showed you it earlier. These cannons, again, just posing, waiting. Probably thought that, yeah, stand there, shoot these cannons. Look at this fool. When this cannon will shoot, this will probably fly back at him. It's not attached to anything. See another depiction. See that these forts were made, that's what they say, by Vauban, and they were designed for cannon fire because they had all these angles. These type of cannons just laying around for props. Look at this again, and they tell us that they shoot, and these types of things are made to destroy these type of things, you know, with the powder and cannonballs. Again, props. These forts were attacking ships with cannons like this just laying around. And I don't think I have this picture, but they use cannons to make posts in cities. You often see this just sticking out of the ground, but they are cannons. You can see them. I should have put this picture. Again, these old ones, they were probably hanged from something. But is it this side that punching true, or they're shooting something? But as I'm gonna show you, it's really almost impossible that they are shooting something. So let's get with the video. This is the first one. I'm gonna pause and comment.
Before the Civil War, the Napoleon 1857 was considered the best piece of smoothbore light artillery on the battlefield.
The best piece of artillery, cannon artillery on the battlefield. The best.
The 1857 fired 12-pound shots. It was utterly devastating at
12-pound shots.
close range.
At close range.
Utterly devastating at close range.
Close range.
I'm gonna fire live ammo from one of the deadliest weapons of the Civil War.
Deadliest, remember? You have to say it.
Okay, we've got some targets set up out here, at a couple hundred yards.
Couple hundred yards, maybe 150.
This is awesome.
And we're going to teach you how to load this thing.
I need to pause and comment because, you know, they will pull it down.
Sight it and fire it and see if you're good enough to hit any of those.
This is the big question.
Yes, are you gonna hit it? Are you gonna hit it?
It's not the most accurate cannon.
Oh, it's not the most accurate, but it's the best one. The most deadliest, but it's not that accurate.
In the world. It is a smoothbore. Ready to do this?
12-pounders, buddy. I'm totally stoked to do this. I've only ever fired blanks, so this would be my
Only fired blanks, you know, because when you see cannon fire, it's always blanks.
first time firing live ammunition. And if you
You see, he's got the pole to pack the powder in. And now
don't know what you're doing, this can be extremely dangerous.
Okay, this is a modified pendulum
Look, they even had
Haas sight. And so what you want to do is
a sight. They added a sight to make it more precise.
you want to put the point of the front sight center in this on your target.
Okay, I
Will it help?
straddle this. You imagine doing this in theater under
In theater. You said it, imagine doing this in theater? The theater of war? Yes.
fire, my word. Okay, we're loaded, we're sighted. Now this.
Now the fuse.
Now the fuse is lighting up. New way. Come on.
Fire in the hole!
Takes a long time.
Yes, takes a long time. Oh, you missed.
That was awesome.
Yeah, sure.
I missed my...
It's, he said, what, couple hundred yards, maybe 100, 200 yards? That isn't that far.
my first...
And look, the cannonball is already going down by its weight. Look, it's going down.
But firing this Napoleon is intense. The
And he missed it.
anticipation of the wick, because you never know, when it's going to go.
Horrible.
Probably will break a leg if it hits you on the leg, but doesn't break a castle wall.
It's horrible.
And you're waiting, and then all of a sudden, boom! Oh my God. Okay, can we do it again?
And
Oh, you bet.
All right, let's do that.
It's close.
Little bit muzzle right, and I think we're good
We'll
to go.
have it.
Like he said, it's close range. Gonna try it again.
Fire in the hole!
And he hits it. They don't say how many. Look, they don't show you what this is hanging on, because it didn't move that much. But this probably is what is holding the kickback. And look at the size of the cannon.
Center punch
deal.
that one.
It's still leaking.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so we've hit it. We've made the correct...
And he busted this cannon, hit the side, busted the can, and probably just break some legs. Is fired towards people that just running in front of it. And
I saw it hit, and it skipped off and is hella gone. What a shot. Whew!
what a shot! What a shot! You didn't say how many times it took.
Congratulations. You hit the target.
You hit the target. See, it's not really accurate. And they say they shot from forts. You see from here, look, like they shot towards this. So they just shot for nothing. No, that's the story. Gonna look at another cannons, a cannon that was on ships. Now,
How effective were the cannons of the early modern era?
how effective? Yes, that's what I want to know. That's what we want to know. Because supposedly conquered worlds with these.
Stephen Bull wants to find out. A model has been recreated based
Oh, were recreated. Again, they cannot use real cannons. Why?
on historical examples.
Based on historical examples. Okay.
So this is our magnificent reproduction
Reproduction. How magnificent. Why can't you use a real cannon?
of a naval gun from the middle of the 17th century. And unlike most reproductions of cannons, this thing can really fire.
This thing can really fire because all the others don't. They're all smoke show. They're for show.
The solid round shot of about 9 pounds.
This one is a 9 pound. The other cannon was a 12 pounder. They didn't say how much powder they put it in.
And we're about to find out what this could do to a ship of the period.
Yes, that's what we want to see. What they can do to a ship.
The tar-
Or a brick wall, because they fired this at forts too.
Target is the ship's structure, just over 100 yards away.
Just over 100 yards again. It's a ship.
Our 9-pound cannonball
It's a replica of a ship, just a wooden plank. 9-pound cannonball.
is ready to fire, using 3 pounds of gunpowder.
3 pounds of gunpowder. Remember that they use 3 pounds of gunpowder to shoot this 9-pound cannonball through this flimsy wall of wood. You see how far he is, and he covers his ears. Imagine being on the side of these things when they fire. Look, it just took out the side of the boat. God damn! And this one is properly attached to counter the backfiring.
So
This one has actually hit the wall. Could have been probably fired a little bit further.
the gun has recoiled all the way back from the gun port, and if you look at the gun port, it's actually damaged the gun port.
Yeah, it has recoiled. Look at the size. This is a small one. It's in a reproduction, in modern reproduction too. And if you see, they had this plank to stop it from rolling, or it would have continued.
Gun port. And even from this distance, I can see a hole in the lower right-hand portion.
Oh, it punched a hole. But that doesn't sink a boat, just a hole.
Of the target. I think we've got to go and give that a closer look.
And if the hole is higher than the water, what does it do?
So the first shot is clearly a hit.
Clearly a hit, yeah. Yes.
Clean through the target.
Clean through, yeah.
So one shot may not sink a ship.
One shot may not sink a ship, you just said it. And you gotta be at about 100, 200 yards from it. And with no waves, because you will probably miss it.
But you can see it's gone clean through the wood. But even if the ball doesn't damage the crew, then there's going to be plenty of these.
Come on. This splinter, how fast can a splinter go with that force? If you have clothes, it will just bounce off. And if it hits you, just pull it off.
Wood splinters flying around inside the vessel, and these can cause horrible injuries.
Horrible injuries. So if you got it in an eye, could be dangerous. It's just, look, the hole. Not even mahogany. Look like it's pine. Not even mahogany. They just painted brown to look like mahogany, but it's the cheapest wood they could find. If this would be like mahogany, probably just bounce off, I don't know. So these cannons sinking ships and all, it's a little hard to imagine. You gotta be close, so close. Yeah, it's crazy. And you need a lot of cannons, and these old small holes can easily be patched. And this doesn't sink a ship. So again, the story is just weird to me. I found it really doesn't match up. And imagine being in the ship shooting this right beside. He was far away, covering his ears. Imagine you can't hear anything anymore, and you have to reload, pull the cannon off, put some powder, pack it up, put the ball, put the hay or the cloth around the ball, pack it up, then put it back in the hole and light the fuse. All that while the boat is swaying and you can't hear shit because other cannons. It's chaos. It's almost impossible. And then the pièce of résistance, the mortars, the big mama of cannons supposed to destroy castles. Let's see what they have to say.
Let me explain what just happened.
Yeah, explain it to us what just happened, because it looks like fake.
English Heritage are a charity that cares for more than 400 historic sites around the country, and this year they're celebrating...
They are celebrating fake history. This is what they are doing.
England's castles and telling some of their stories. And some of those stories are a bit explosive. John, what have we got here?
Explosive. Let's go, John.
Well, this is a working replica of an English Civil War mortar known as
Again, another replica. A working replica.
Roaring Meg. The original was built in 1646.
The original was built in 1600s. Imagine that.
And unlike a cannon, which shoots level, this is designed to...
Like cannons, look at this big giant base they did just to be able to shoot one of these, because remember, it's a replica. And I'll show you other pictures. They all have smaller base and are really closer to the ground. You know,
lob cannonballs over the walls of castles.
Lob cannonballs over the walls of castles from ships.
And then they would explode inside, doing as much damage as possible.
So we're...
Explode because like I told you, they were hollow and supposed to be filled with black powder with a fuse.
We're actually going to blow something up.
That's the plan, yes. We're going to load this with powder. We're going to shoot.
They don't show you where they put the powder first. You know, how they pack the powder in these, where they put it.
Cannonball out of it and hopefully do some damage.
So cannonball fires, cannonball lands, cannonball blows up and does damage from inside.
That's the general...
Yeah, that's the general history we want you to think that it does.
plan.
How much gunpowder are we using here?
Okay, so we would normally use 4 pounds of powder in a hollow cannonball.
4 pounds in the hollow cannonball. Okay, 4 pounds plus the weight of the cannonball.
And then we'd use another 3.5 pounds of powder in the breech.
3.5 pounds of powder in the breech, just like the other small cannon that shot a 9-pound ball. How is it? It's really weird. They put 4 pounds of powder, and this ball weighs.
Launch the cannonball from the mortar.
And how accurate is this thing? Can you hit a target with this?
They're not designed necessarily for hitting specific items, but
again, it's not accurate at all. They're not designed to hit. You know, so how from a fort shooting a ship, and from a ship shooting a fort, more likely bigger target, as you can see, from a ship to a fort on a hill.
we're going to give it a very good try.
We did think about firing this at a real castle, but that's not a good idea. So
No, because it will dismantle your stories. Because you will see that it will do nothing to a castle.
instead, we're going to use the British standard for destruction on camera.
Oh yes, bring up the trailer park home. And they said British standard. I don't know, I'm not British, but these are the flimsiest walls that they have. They don't even have wooden walls. They just have aluminium walls. So
Full disclosure.
let's see what this thing does to this. If this thing blows up a castle. Wow.
Leaning into a cannon to light the fuse on a cannonball just before it's going to blow is a little too risky for the 21st century. So
Yeah, don't use explosive balls that you can't control.
we're going to fire a regular cannonball, and after it lands and crashes in, our pyro team is going to replace it with charges and blow those up.
Again, just for show, TV, just for show. We're gonna blow this, put some charge and blow it up. Okay.
But to you, it will look seamless through the magic of editing. You ready? All right, you load. I'm going to retire to a safe distance.
Again, safe distance, putting his ear coverings. And now they're gonna say here that these type of mortars does this kind of damage.
Roaring Meg was an absolute monster. We're here at Goodrich Castle to see the damage she did.
Roaring Meg, that he's talking about a mortar. And the mortar that did the damage. The mortar.
The summer of 1646 during the Civil War.
One mortar.
Unable to break the castle with conventional cannon,
Yeah, just tell the truth. Unable to break the castle with conventional cannonballs because they don't do shit.
Colonel Birch caused the blacksmith of Goodrich, nearby in the village, to cast in iron in his forge a new big mortar. And
Big mortar. They got a forge. He has to forge.
that's Roaring Meg. Roaring Meg could fire explosive shells. We think they weighed as much as 200 pounds.
Look, they say they weigh up to 200 pounds, these balls. Filled with powder, with a fuse. And it took only 3.5 pounds of powder to shoot these high up in the air to hit the castle on a hill.
And basically they were bombs. They were full of gunpowder. They were spheres of iron with a lighted fuse.
With the fuse, you pretty hope that you light the fuse long enough so it blows at the right time, even though they're not accurate. On top of it, you have to have the right fuse.
Inside, and the fuse was timed in such a way that the charge should go off as near as possible at the point
That's what I just say. Sorry for the pause again. I need to do it so it don't get taken down.
when the shell hits its target. Just imagine, there you are, you can see this thing being set up and you hear the ominous sound of a
Just imagine. Just imagine. Yeah, that's all you can do. The sound.
whoomp as the charge goes off and
Imagine being on the side of this thing.
the shell is on its way towards you. Then it must have been an unbearable silence waiting for it to hit.
He has to make it dramatic for TV, you know?
Followed by a deafening crash as the shell goes off, and then the damage of bits of
The damage of bits. You said that bits of balls did this damage?
iron being fired off in all directions. Absolutely horrific.
Come on. Come on. Wait till you see the damage it does to this caravan.
During the Civil War, Roaring Meg concentrated her fire on
Roaring Meg.
this corner and reduced it to what we see now.
Exactly. The mortar did all this. Yes, yes.
For much of the circuit, the actual tower has completely been blown away, and in the scraps that survive, you can see that some of the squared
Unbelievable.
stone has been knocked off, revealing the rough rubble of the core behind it.
Oh yeah, look. It's exposed all right. Looks like it was damaged, but not by mortar fire.
When you look at the damage that a shell did to the castle behind me, built of stone, imagining that
Built of bricks, you want to say?
transferred to something flimsy like a caravan, I can
Cannot imagine what it will do to the caravan.
only imagine.
Can't only imagine. It's gonna be crazy. Look at the damage. You see the melt that it did. Look. These mortar melt stones. Now for the part y'all been waiting for.
That was the plan.
Look at this caravan. It's all blown up. Ah, charges.
Fire a cannonball, hit the caravan, blow up the caravan. And full disclosure, we were just firing a regular cannonball. We were going to tell you that. And then after it landed and smashed the caravan in,
Yeah, after it landed, you gotta blow up this shit.
we were going to go in, replace it with a mortar charge, and blow it up. So yeah, we'd
Yeah, for TV, we like to blow stuff up and blow your mind. Yeah.
simulate a little, but it's all above board. Provided we could hit the caravan.
Yeah, because he said it's not too accurate. Like to see that? Now's the time. Wow. Didn't sound like a cannon fire. Oh, he missed it. Too much powder. And you see the height it went? Probably 40-50 feet. Oh my god! What happened there? Nothing. Fire another round. What happened? What's going on here? Thought cannons were deadly. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. It's supposed to destroy a castle. These things supposed to destroy brick castles. And been shot from far away, from boats on the sea. Come on, what does this caravan made of? Oh, buy this if you want a caravan. Even a cannonball cannot break this. Again, they can't not hit only a caravan that is 100 yards away. Imagine hitting a boat that is, I don't know, 4,000 feet away. I don't know. You're up in the hill.
The reason it's difficult is because this isn't a cannon we're firing, it's a mortar. It's not as
Oh, it's not a cannon, it's a mortar. Shooting even further away at some targets.
designed to go through a thing, it's designed to go over a castle wall and hit somewhere inside a courtyard.
Over over a castle wall.
Trying to hit what is actually a pretty small target is really difficult.
Yeah, really, really difficult. We can see that, and doesn't do much.
But we did keep hitting the same target. It just wasn't the caravan. At one point, we hit basically within 12 inches 5 times in a row.
Within 12 inches. Shit. Well, adjust it. You can't.
So we moved the caravan to that position.
They have to move the target. Imagine a moving target. Impossible to hit. Oh, they missed it. They misgauged probably the amount of powder. Yeah, oh, it's gonna take all day.
Yeah, that didn't work either. We had 1 shot left. After that, we were out of black powder. We
1 shot left out of black powder. They used all the, I don't know how much they bring. Imagine on a battlefield.
had to hit it with this one.
Like to see what that kind of damage it does. Oh shit, it bounced off. People, buy this kind of caravan. They're indestructible. It just bounced on top. Oh, made a little dent. And in the corner. Look how flimsy it is. Just foam and a sheet of aluminum.
We figured that was close enough, and we still had the mortar charge, so we figured for your entertainment and for ours, we'd blow up the caravan anyway.
So they blew up the caravan with charges because mortar didn't do shit. Look, they just dent, small dents. And that's the Hollywood finish, like they say. So how can this one is even smaller. Put this powder and it can shoot from boats to these forts. That's probably how many yards, I can't even say. 1,200 feet, maybe just the cliff. 200 feet plus another 2 feet, 800, 1,000 feet. Impossible. Hitting these things from a side. Impossible. Shooting cannonballs to its ships or things from what they showed us. It's impossible. I don't know how the story goes, but it doesn't add up. You see? Where's the mortar here to hit some boats? There's none, because it's impossible, first of all. But from the boats with mortars to here, it's also impossible. So see, you gotta be this close to the boat to hit it. You see, like 100 yards. More than this doesn't do nothing. Like this, shooting cannons to hit cities. Something else happened to cities, and these cannons have another use that we can't even know about right now. Maybe they shot shockwaves, or like I proposed, they were hanging and they just were like rams, you know, ramming on stuff. So I don't know. Tell me what you think about my breakdown of cannons. If it made you think on how could these cannons with the amount of powder and how they are made can destroy castle walls and forts and do some naval battles and sinking ships. There is something that doesn't connect with all these stories like usual. So I'll post it. Try. I think it will stay up because I paused it a lot. So thank you for listening to my little rant on cannons. So I thank you all for listening, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.